Alright, so we have our most adventurous one, the one that was the farthest away. And he or she is not very happy. Oh, hey, you. Trying to keep a hold of him. We don't want to drop from this height. And everybody else is already in there. So this little chick probably wants to get back to our brothers and sisters. Well, half-brothers, maybe. Hey, 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 settle down. I'm just going to show you. Off on YouTube here. We got our little wings out. That's pretty cute. Oh, hey. All right. Put him down because he's struggling too much. You can't really, like, grasp them too hard. They are babies. And we have 8. I think I'm counting that right. Yep, 5 and 3. And I tell you, when you own farm animals in groups, you learn to not count like this. 1, 2, 3. Now you count pairs and trios and 5s. Yeah, because it really matters, doesn't it? We're probably not missing 2 of anything, but we are missing 1, and we have to count quick, especially when we move around a lot. So they've got a heat plate in there with them. I got a camera, a light that's probably not up to code, and of course the power switch. And this is all driven on this side here. So we have my smart switch so that the light is only on during hours where it would be sunny, and then it's all powered by a plug-in right here. And I may string another itty-bitty LED light off of this guy, but ultimately I don't know how much power that thing's pulling. I could look, but I don't want to add anything else to this because, I mean, the camera's probably not pulling very much, and I'm positive the LED is not pulling very much, but that heat plate could. And if I did something dumb, like try to plug in a heat lamp like that, which needs to find its way to the dumpster, I just haven't totally agreed when that's going to be because of the cold that we had this year. I might need to add that to my other chickens. But we got our brooder box here, and it is very, very large. And I think what I will end up doing is getting one of those hang from the ceiling heat plates, like a sweeter heater, and throw that up high and just kind of keep the whole area nice and warm. For whatever reason, my chicks really, really, really like being in this corner here. They don't like this corner as much, and they would be in that corner if this thing wasn't all the way up against the wall. And I don't know why. I try to keep them using the front entrance here, so I've lowered it on that side, and that also lets the colder birds go that direction if they want, as long as there isn't too many of these guys in here. Now if there gets to be too many and they're a little on the flighty side, then you run into this. Yeah, this one's not done yet. I ran out of hardware cloth, but these guys will all beeline for a corner pretty hard. Why don't you guys? Let's see. Yep. So the silkies we have are extremely flighty. The turkeys didn't used to be, but since I put them in with the silkies, now they are. Now everybody runs like crazy all the time. And I really need to move the turkeys to the, I've got kind of a grow out coop. And they're just so much bigger than the other birds. See the black one right there, and this guy right here. It's kind of hard to pick them out because the colors are pretty similar to some of the other chicks. So we have 2 Rhode Island Red, 2 Amber Sex Link, and 6 turkeys, and then the rest are all silkies. And the silkies have been in here and in here for like 3 weeks now, I would say, maybe 4. The turkeys are half that old, and the silkies were already somewhat grown when we got them. They just don't get very big. But since the turkeys are getting so big so fast, I really need to move them to another area before they trample somebody to death doing this ridiculous stuff. And they're fully feathered out, so, I mean, I could probably just put them outside here, but not going to do that. We're going to keep them in the grow out pen, first and foremost, because it's got like hardware cloth on the bottom of it, and that will let the chickens kind of see the turkeys and kind of be like, okay, well, you're here now, without them being able to interact. And by interact, I mean the chickens will peck these guys until they're dead. You definitely want to allow younger birds like these guys to interact in a controlled manner with your current flock if you have one and it's full of mean old chickens like ours are. Yeah, because you guys are, there's no chance that you guys are fast enough to get away from those chickens. They do have those long legs though. Let's see. When do you turkeys want to go on YouTube? This one? No? This one. Okay. So, they're big. They're really big already. And they've got those really long legs. And this one doesn't want to be held. You can't jump out of my hand. You have to go on the ground. They cannot fly. Well, at least I don't think they can. Let's see if we can find a more agreeable one. There we go. Well, hi there, little turkey. So they've got those really, really long legs. And they're almost completely feathered out. There you go. And then, boop. Here, let's get a silkie. So the silkies are extremely flighty. These guys have actually been in my possession much longer than the turkeys have been alive. So, well, much longer in their sense. There you go. They don't quite look right to me, but I don't know. Yep, and that's an amber sex link right there. Amber sex link. We're flighty because everybody else is, but as soon as we're held, we're okay. See? Not fighting, nothing. Boop. But we want to be with the other birds because we're a herd animal. Yes. So I do need to bring a light in here because it's dark. But the ceiling is not permanent. And in fact, I got a crack in it right there. Just want to mostly cover it up to keep a little bit of the heat in there. It's probably 72 out here. It's fine, especially for fully feathered birds. These guys, not so much. Huh, little guys? Huh. Whoop. This one will hop right on my hand. Oh, somebody's getting squished. So that's always the problem. So this guy here is kind of neat. I think this is a Jersey Giant and Americana mix. I was really hoping that I wouldn't hatch one of those. And we've hatched out like 20 chicks-ish. And I had actually a little bit more than 20. And we've only got, for sure, one mix with Barred Rock and 2 possibles. But that one is not a Barred Rock or a Jersey Giant fully, or a combination of the two. That's got to be Americana. So, looks like Rusty's got a son or daughter. All right. Ooh. And it's expanded to the point outside where my piece of wood here is no longer solid. And this is to keep the baby birds from falling between the door and the pull-out tray here that I made. I did a really, really bad job on this one. The whole idea was to make it so I could pull the tray out, but I lifted it up too high on runners because I thought that would matter. And then with this guy here, if I put a handle on this thing, I can pull it out and not open the door, which is kind of important. I could pull this one out from the other side, so I was thinking about maybe just staying the course there, but I don't know. It's very nice to be able to pull this out. Hopefully I didn't just glue it to the ground, though. I should probably check it. I need a handle, though. So, yeah. A little glue there, too. This was kind of like, there was no real plan other than I wanted it to be 8 foot by 4 foot by about 4 foot. Yeah. It's a heck of an eyesore, but I built the bottom so that I could lift it up with the tractor. I just need to pick up some ginormous eyelet bolts so I can fix it to the front of this guy. And then this whole thing is going to come out and probably go over there somewhere. Just not totally sure how I feel about that yet, because I want it to definitely be in kind of a well-lit area. There's babies, and even though it's, other than this side, it's pretty secure, or at least I could make it pretty secure pretty easily, but you never know. And some things around here are pretty lazy. At nighttime, a lot of eyes are on this area, so that would be just a little bit better if it could go to another place where there was lots of eyes on it. And there's a lot of different places that could be, but I also need to be kind of close to a, well, power and water. I've got a thing hanging off the side over there that I need to finish that's an automatic waterer. So, yeah. What do you think, Lieben? Good idea? Yeah. These dogs are pretty safe around birds, so I could just bring them out here whenever they're accepted by the flock, no matter how small they are, and they'd probably be fine as long as they hung out with the puppies. And our fig tree is getting nice and green. Yeah. Huh. Looks like maybe we have some bugs. Well, hopefully not. But if we do, and they're caterpillars, this is probably one of the worst places they could be. This is the Thunderdome. Scovies and chickens and ducks. Let's check on Tom and Scarlet. Hey, you two. So Scarlet laid an egg this morning, and I went and I collected it and picked it up, and it's now in the incubator. But the incubator can't turn it. Yeah, so I have to make sure that I'm keeping up with my Alexa reminders. I have to flip it 3 times a day. You guys were just burying it and letting squirrels potentially eat it. I found all the shells, I think, on the ground right there, so whatever it was, it got in here and ate some eggs. Got 2 goose eggs, and you guys just let it happen too. Ugh, you're fired, Alaric. You too. And you. Yeah. Well, Alaric, what do you say? Good end to a long video? Yeah, I think so too.